It's used by extremists to spread propaganda and recruit. The internet is a place to groom would-be terrorists. Extremist content was viewed by the perpetrators of some high-profile terrorist attacks.
Rid your platforms of this vile terrorist material.
I was arrested on campus when I arrived one morning.
While the UK government has laws for those who download extremist material, it doesn't have anything for those that stream it. Now, that's set to change.
We will change the law so that people who repeatedly view terrorist content online could face up to 15 years in prison.
Research shows that online extremist propaganda receives more clicks in Britain than any other European country. And it's the level of online extremist material available that is raising concerns for the British government. And it's not just what the government considers Islamic extremism that's a problem, it's also far-right extremist material available. But there are concerns that the terrorism laws could end up targeting the wrong people.
Home Office figures show that in the year ending June 2017, there were 379 arrests for terrorism-related offences. Out of those, 123 were charged and 32 convicted, with 2 cases still pending. That's a conviction rate of just 8.4% from those that are arrested. Dr. Rizwan Sabir was wrongfully arrested as a student in 2008. He downloaded the Al-Qaeda manual from a US government website, and at the time it was possible to buy it from a high street bookstore. He was later released without charge and awarded compensation. Now a lecturer specialising in counter-terrorism, he says the change in law is not needed.
Amber Rudd's statement is quite frightening, but even before Amber Rudd made the announcement, the sentence for being in possession of information that's useful to terrorists is a frightening power. And the reason why it's so frightening and the reason why 10 years is too high, in fact even 1 day is too high, is because the Crown or the British state do not have to prove that your intention is connected to the purpose of terrorism.
We contacted the Home Office for an interview. No one was available, but we were given a written statement from the Justice Minister.
Having extended the scheme for appealing unduly lenient sentences to those who radicalise individuals or turn a blind eye to terrorism, these new guidelines will help ensure we have the most rigorous and robust sentencing in terrorism cases.
Amber Rudd wants technology companies to work with the government to help them access encrypted messages in particular circumstances.
So how do you stop people from watching them? You can't stop them. That's ultimately what it comes down to, because these laws are not able to deal with the political context within which these individuals are viewing these images and content. These are not the solutions, these are just short-term tactical policies being implemented that are not going to resolve the wider reasons behind why an individual gets up and wants to log onto the internet to have a look at these images.
Some argue the legislation will affect academic freedom and prevent students from having open discussions on the issue. Regardless of any government measures brought in, browsing anonymously isn't difficult. Will the new law make a difference, and is it enforceable?